over here. I'm Chanel, and we're joined with beautiful Melissa.
Hello, everybody.
Wait, let me just check all right, comments. All right, just making sure I can see comments if I need to. Sorry, guys.
Yes, share some love in the comments so we know we're not talking to ourselves.
That's it. So today we're just going to be talking a little bit about our biggest takeaways from last night's class, our first class with Intuition Amplified.
Yes, right? And how great was that class? I loved it.
Awesome. We were just talking beforehand about the energy of the class, but we'll get into it. But yeah, it was beautiful energy. Yeah. Mel will be sharing some exercises, and we'll be talking a little bit about different exercises for different senses and things like that, and why it's important to have a variety when you're first starting out, and some more tips and things like that. So if you have any questions, as always, don't forget to put them in the chat. And we will answer them live. If not, if you're watching it on replay, use hashtag replay, and we'll answer it when we get a chance. So yeah, without further ado, Mel.
Hi, Ella. Yeah, how great was last night? It was amazing. I mean, I love every class, I really do. But last night was just the comments just kept going up, and it was so hard to try and follow everybody, and the engagement was just off the charts. Like, it was amazing. We've got such a fantastic group. And correct me if I'm wrong, because it just popped in. So I'm not going to take responsibility for this, because I'll just say that it's spirit pushing it through. But do they have one more chance to sign up?
Yes. So for anyone who, good reminder.
That wasn't me, that was them. I can't take any credit.
Thank you, spirit guides, right? Yes. So if you haven't joined us for Intuition Amplified, our beginners course, and you'd like to join us for this intake, you still have maybe about a week or so until we fully close it off, and you can catch up on the replay of the first class. If you're interested, there will be links in the comments below, or just reach out to us through email. We'd love to have you.
Yes. Hey, Lois, thanks for joining us.
Hi.
And collectively, can we get my next door neighbour's mower to stop? And hopefully you're not hearing it, because he's just started it up. So
I can't hear it.
Just put the protection around it so we can't hear the noise.
Let's do it. We've got security in the chat, also known as Ella.
No, so I think last night for me was absolutely amazing. This is our second intake of the year.
Yeah,
if I'm correct. Yes. And it was just, for me, I think the biggest takeaway, wow, God, there were so many. The biggest one that I think that I can give away without giving too much away, because, I want you to come and join us and have some fun over the next few sessions, but was the feeling sense that triggers the seeing, and that the knowing sense triggers the hearing. And that, to me, landed so much, because even growing up, I always knew things. So even when I started and did level 1 myself, going into it, I knew, and then I could see, and I was always confused with what came first, the chicken or the egg. Like, how I didn't know what one I could do, because I felt like I could do both of them.
Yeah.
So for me, that was really interesting last night, knowing it was definitely the knowing coming first, and then being, triggering the seeing. So that was super, super interesting.
Yeah, I agree. Mine, and somebody mentioned, we had heaps of questions. Thank goodness I had some help, with you and Katie, because lots and lots of questions, which is great, really important. But on that, when you're first starting, you don't realize, you might have one sense activated. Hey, you might have, clairvoyance or seeing. You might be, very artistic, very creative, as we were just talking about me and my journey. And I love to scribble, and I'm very artistic. Autistic too, right? But whoops, right? But yeah, when you're first starting, right, it's hard to sometimes we get hung up on just focusing on one sense, or we get a little bit disheartened if one sense works for us and the other doesn't, right? And just know that as you go on your journey, I think that's probably one of the best things about this course, is that you have lots of different exercises to practice each sense, so that if something doesn't there, to just practice away and chip out. And it's not an overnight thing, but the more, just like with anything, right? You ride a bike, you get better at it, right? Anything with practice, practice makes perfect, as they say.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably that. And the journey of, I'm always really interested to see how my journey unfolds. And reflecting back as a beginner and where I started and what was working for me. It's like we were talking about earlier, Mel. We don't often reflect when we're first starting out on which senses are activated and why, and which can help trigger the other. But yeah, I'm always surprised at, the difference in my abilities as I've gone on and as I've reflected. So that would probably be, my quite biggest takeaway / the most interesting thing that I found from last night's first class.
Yeah. And that's so true, isn't it? Because we don't realize how much self-development we actually need, and how much of the beliefs that we hold on to that are subconscious from, growing up, and that we actually have to release and get rid of and learn again. So not take on someone else's beliefs as our own, but have our own experiences. And then just, it's just such, I use the term loosely, magical journey, but it really is, because it's not just about learning how to hear spirit or see energy or any. It's about actually learning who you are as an authentic person, like yourself, who you are, without all of the noise from everybody else, from growing up and from work colleagues, partners, current partners, ex-partners, whoever. It's about actually learning who you are.
Definitely.
And, right in this, and I don't want to get all sappy now, but it really is a soul journey on your own self-development. And these are just, what better way to start that with a group of fantastic people in a community that is so supportive and non-judgmental. Like, it's just, I don't think that I have ever come across a group of people that are just so accepting of everybody.
100%.
And regardless, like, as a lot of us know, my journey has started from not knowing anything and gone into this weird and wacky. Now it's just like completely woo-woo. How do I bring it back down into the normal? But that was all in a short space of time. So working on yourself, and that self-development is just, can be absolutely life-changing within a short amount of time. That you can handle, obviously, because it's not, I don't want to sit here and go, it's going to turn your world upside down and you're going to be frantic and not know, because spirit only give you what you can handle. But it's such a huge change when you start to work on yourself and become your authentic person, and your whole world changes. So
I completely agree. And you don't, like, genuinely, you don't actually realize unless you reflect on it, right?
yeah.
About how much we get in our own way in life in general, right? But
Yeah.
in this space as well. Because I was just reflecting on my experience. Like I could see, I had my clairvoyance activated, and you know, I would I would hear, right? Bronwyn say she's a healer, right? She was never a seer, but she could hear things, right? Now that wasn't me. Right? I couldn't really, like, I mean, human hearing obviously, but I didn't have clairvoyance activated, right? Or at least I thought I didn't. It was only until I you know, learned, practiced, went on that journey, kind of got over myself, got over fears, blocks, whatever, until I realized, oh no, wait, I have had it activated, right? I have had experiences where I could hear, you know, spirit and things and spirit guides and loved ones and things like that. I was getting in my own way because I didn't understand what it was, what it looked like, and how subtle the energy is.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, 100% agree with you, Mel. And you know, learning that process of and that journey of learning more about yourself. You know, I mean, I would say, you know, the improvement in your abilities is the creme de la creme.
Yeah. It's the cherry on top.
But what you don't realize, the real, like, really deep, important healing that comes from knowing yourself more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's just, like I said, it's just such a wonderful time to be able to come into a community like this and be able to do that, because they're so supportive and fun. Let's not forget the fun, because, you know, unwrapping some of the things that you've pushed down is not always fun, as we know. But the excitement is when it's released and what comes next after that. Because why do you want to hang on to rubbish when you can have, you know, something really fun and sparkly? It's like, why have the dusty lamp that the torch doesn't really go through? Get rid of that and buy a new one with little crystals that glisten and rainbows come out.
More magical, right?
Yeah, yeah. Let's have a life like that, I reckon. Hi, Julianne.
Hi, Julianne. Hi, everyone watching. Hi, Bronwyn. Hi, Ella. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them down below. Yeah, we're just talking about our takeaways from level 1, and we'll be sharing some exercises with you, I guess, probably shortly.
Yeah.
If you want to take it away, Mel.
Yes, I can. So I think a couple of the exercises that I loved when I first started, and I still do now, and I actually do them with my kids as well. And I began doing them with my then skeptical husband, who is slowly coming over to the light side.
Coming over the... I was going to say dark side.
So was I.
Yeah. Star Wars.
Yeah. Yes. He's a massive Star Wars nerd. So, but that's okay. That's all right. That's what makes me love him. Got to love a nerd, I say. Anyway, moving right along. So when I was talking about with me, the knowing, always knowing, boy, could I could write some novels. I'm pretty sure that most of the people here will know what Days of Our Lives was, surely, because that was only a few years ago that it stopped. Anyway,
it's like Neighbours.
I could write so many plays and so many TV scripts and movies on the things that I've experienced throughout my life because of knowing stuff without realizing what I've known. So that in itself is some campfire stories waiting to happen. But the exercise that I absolutely loved was when we had our cards, and we just had to, you know, pick a card and then give it a shuffle and just hold it, not look at it, but just hold it close. And then looking, obviously we did our thing, we connected and we set our intention, and because we all know that intention is extremely important. But yeah, it was just picking one thing, just closing my eyes, holding the card, and then whatever the first thing was that popped in. And that started really small to begin with, because I didn't, like I said, I didn't realize that other people couldn't see it. So with my husband, it was like just black.
Yeah.
Well, was for me, it's not. It's always like a kaleidoscope of colors. So I have to wait for something to really come in nice and close or be bright flash. So that's how it happened with me when we started doing the cards. So I would shuffle the cards, close my eyes, I'd run my hand over them, because I'd lay them out on the bed, because we'd do it sitting on the bed. So I'd lay my hand out, because it was a nighttime thing that we did just to settle the kids down. Anyway, moving right along. And so I'd lay my hand over, and just whichever one I felt drawn to is the one I'd pick up, and I'd hold it close. I'd close my eyes and just ask my guides, tell me what color, the first color, just one color. And then I would see it, and then I'd have a look. Now, look, I didn't get it right every single time. And sometimes there was like just a little smidge of that color, and I'm going, yep, I'm taking that. That's it. That's a point for me. And we actually got a little bit competitive in our household doing that. It was almost like Monopoly every night, but with oracle cards. So that was really interesting. But that's one exercise that I did to help with my vision, to my seeing.
So. And I like how you mentioned your experience as well as your husband's experience, because I was actually just talking to my different friend from last week, different, if anybody's watching, different, right? But my good friend Chris, he is a psychic, and he reads tarot and clairvoyant, all that, and he's worked for many years doing that. And we were just talking about that a few, maybe an hour or so ago, about how when he was first learning, he was learning off a medium, and she said to him, how, if you want to learn how to read, past, present, and future, she recommended to him that you imagine 3 screens. So you have one on the left, which would represent past, one in the middle, which would represent the person's future, and one on the right, which would represent their future. And that's how he learned, how to use his clairvoyance to read more accurately for people. And you mentioned your experiences, like when you close your eyes, you see like a kaleidoscope of colors. I'm the same. Yeah. I know not many people are. Like when you close your eyes, you might just see blackness, which is quite common.
It'd be a nice relief every now and then.
That's it.
So when your eyes are actually closed sometimes, just like,
yeah. I treat it, I enjoy it, because I always get distracted by what comes up, what pops up. If you haven't tried it, try it. You'll be surprised of what you find. But yeah, that reminds me too. The other thing Brom mentioned was about how, clairvoyance, right? It might be easier for people to understand it as your imagination, right? So when you're first starting out, you will understand it as your imagination. So in that example, that's what this medium did. She imagined 3 screens in front of her to help understand the person's, whether it was the client or the spirit's past life, present, and future. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I'm going to steal that one. I like that one.
See? Yeah, right. And that's back to what we were talking about earlier. Well, what I mentioned earlier. It is your experience and your abilities are as unique as you are, right? And I know that we mentioned in our last session with Ella, and we've spoken about this too, Mel, about the importance of finding something that works for you, right? And that ties into not needing, but having fun with like any type of learning really, but learning, especially in this space, if you're not having fun, it'll be like pushing a stone up a hill, really. Because not only are you potentially getting triggered and annoyed and frustrated and dealing with all those emotions, you're
which
doing
then
something
blocks you.
Exactly right. And you're doing something that doesn't feel right for you. That's why the importance of trying different exercises. Hi Leni. sorry to interrupt my rant. Trying different exercises, you never know what's going to stick for you. If something doesn't work, try something else, right? There's a lot. Don't give up. Just try something different. That's my advice.
Yeah, absolutely. I know when I started doing paranormal investigations, because I want the party, I want to share the party that's going on in my head. I started using a pendulum and I brought one. Here's one I prepared earlier. But it's so much easier because you go, okay, pendulum, show me yes. It already knows because I've programmed it. And I'm not moving it. You can see that my finger's not moving it. Okay, thank you. Can you show me no? Now I don't know whether you can see it moving forward and back. Yep. And again, my hand's not moving. Okay, thank you. Can you show me maybe? And it goes around the other way. Okay, thank you. Can you show me yes, but nice and big so that everyone else can see it? Scream it out nice and big. It's a bit quiet tonight. Usually he goes around. A bit bigger, thanks.
Camera shy.
Yeah. So, and that's how I would do it. I would just ask questions of spirit that they were there, and again, setting my intention, saying, I've got this tool that you can use your energy. We can connect energy that way, and then if you can show me yes, show me no, show me maybe, say, this is just all a bit too much. I don't want to talk anymore. Can you just leave me alone? And they show me that. I've never had a spirit say to me, I don't want to talk to you, which is pretty cool. Because you show them respect, and then they'll talk your ears off, kind of literally.
Especially when they know that you can interact with them. Yeah, it gets lonely. Well, it doesn't really, because there's plenty of like people who are dead, right? Plenty of people who passed over. But in terms of interacting with people who are living, it gets lonely because not many people can see, hear, talk to, interact with people who've passed over. So, but you reminded me, Mel, the reason why I love the different, tools that we use on those types of investigations that you do is because, it makes it so much more real for people who struggle to see spirit or hear or, have as many interactions with, different energies, right? So it makes it much more engaging in those experiences because you're actually seeing something physical, right? And you're getting a response back. That's what I love about that.
Yeah, no, I do. It's really immersive, and even for those people that are skeptical, there's always that maybe you're right. And when they see it there, it's good. So we did have a fantastic question come up from somebody in the chat. So if you have one clair activated, is that enough to be able to read? Absolutely. And there's a lot of famous people that just say that they're clairvoyant, which they just see.
100%.
So there's a lot of people that just hear as well. So they haven't developed, or they choose not to develop. But over time, as you do one, then the other one will come up. And then, so it's almost like your whole switchboard starts to come online as you learn. But then you can choose your favorite too. So, but yes, you can just absolutely do one, focus on one, see how it goes, and then slowly develop the other ones as you progress.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you
I
don't
mean,
need to develop all of them. You don't.
no, you don't need to. If you want to, and you're open to it, and you're open to practicing, and working through any fears that you might have around it,
And the
you
bucket
can
load of
definitely,
fun that comes with it.
exactly, especially when trying to get to sleep.
Yes. Yeah. We have business hours at our house.
That's right. You try to put boundaries in place, right? We do our best.
Sometimes the sleep, the dreaming is when all the fun stuff happens.
Oh my god, I gotta tell you a funny story. Okay, you're gonna love this. My In the house where I live, in the spare bedroom, there is a bloke who passed. He's passed now, but I'll walk past the bed, the spare room, and I'll see somebody sitting on on the bed. I don't tell everyone in the house because we're not all at the same space, and that might freak people out. But yeah, when you activate all of them, not only can you see them, but you can hear the abuse as well. Jokingly, asking that they might tell you, "Get out of my room, shut the door." So you got lots of fun stuff to look forward to.
And that comes with a set of rules itself. Like, okay, so if it's your room, do you clean it? Do you participate in the household chores? Do you pay rent or contribute to the mortgage? So, if you claim that it's yours, you're going to have to chip in. That's
Get
the
the
rule in
duster.
my house. Yeah. That's the rule in my house. If you want to come in, you got to chip in. So
right.
lotto numbers, whatever. I don't care how you pay your rent. Just pay it. That's it.
That's important, Mel. But on that, we'll wrap it up shortly. But is there any imparting words that you'd like to leave with everyone tonight?
Do you know what? I think, one, I want everybody that hasn't already done level 1 to do it. Even I don't care whether you're an experienced one. Just come back and have the fun. But because there's always something to learn, isn't there? So we say it's level 1,
Yes.
but it's level 1 of being able to step into that self-development phase of not knowing where to go or where to look for, because you could have oodles of years of experience but still need an actual guide and teacher that has
Definitely.
walked that path and understand it to be able to then guide you through it as well. So we are extremely fortunate to have Bronwyn Jane be our mentor, our guide, our teacher, the dead set legend that she is. Like she's just amazing, and she's probably watching, but she may have already gotten bored and jumped off. I don't know, but
Watching those short videos on TikTok, they rot our brain.
too. But I would urge everyone in our community just to have fun, to live in joy. If there's something that disappoints you, that upsets you, let it go. Let it go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just find something that sparks that joy and live the best life you possibly can every single day. That's what I would say.
100%. That's and it's really important too, especially as things get crazier in the world. It's really important to be able to find some inner peace.
Oh, am I here on my own? That's extremely fun. Okay, so let me just, hopefully she'll jump back in, or she's hit because I can see that the live's still going. So another piece of advice I would give is, I don't want to get too deep, because today's been a day where I've had a lot of friends pop in and with different little challenges, and it's been really rewarding that they've been able to see the hope, and the light at the end of the tunnel. And I think that's what I would say. that's come through of the darker situation that it is. Because remember, this is a fantastic time. It's such an exciting time because the energy is changing. We're releasing things that no longer serve us, and this is, on multiple levels, and moving into a phase that is going to be so fulfilling and so exciting. So there's going to be a lot of things happening, which is her computer died. Thanks, Ella. That's great. So are there any final questions? I don't know if I can even wrap up from my side. So I'll keep going, hopefully not until like 10 o'clock tonight, because then I would completely bore you all. But it is, Leni, it's a hugely exciting and amazing time to be alive. And the CPR, Ella. I wish, are you following the comments that are coming in? Because one, they're helping me get through this so much. And this is about community, isn't it? It's about the community coming together and banding together. And when you're stuck and in a position like I am, who I don't necessarily like lives, like I'm a very shy person, even though I talk a lot. When I know you, I talk a lot, but it's stepping out of that comfort zone and it's releasing something. So for me, obviously, this was like another little lesson. Hi, Bronwyn. Thanks for saving me. But what I was saying was this is obviously another little lesson for Spirit to get me out of that comfort zone and to push me to doing it. So
awesome. I wasn't planning on jumping on.
Lucky you're not in your PJs.
True. Lucky I'm not in PJs. Thank you for you and Mel doing what you're doing, sharing everything that you've shared in regards to your conversation tonight. Appreciate it greatly. I can see Chanel wanting to get back on, but let's not let her in. She's had her chance. We'll leave her out. And thank you for the kind words. I did kind of notice some of those as I was kind of sitting here, so I appreciate that. Seeing I'm here, I'm going to say one little thing, and then we'll all get off and everyone can go and live their lives. The community is really special, and I think what I have found inspiring as someone that holds the community for everyone else is that the energy that everyone brings. And so if you are someone that needs support in this space, someone that is looking for people that are the same as you, someone that can just understand your language, your woo language, it is about finding a community that resonates with you. And that's what we have been lucky enough to create. And it's an energy that we've all created together. So it is a very special space based on that. I take no credit for that because we all bring our energy into it. And as we come into this space, yes, we learn technical skills, which is awesome, right? Because we already covered it's magical, blah, 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 all the things. But to me, the benefit is the connection piece, because walking a spiritual journey can be super lonely. Right? And so it's about finding a community that resonates with you, whoever you are, wherever you are, to help that journey not be as lonely. So at the Psychic Mediumship College, we're super lucky because we have an amazing bunch of humans that have gone, we all roll the same way. We've got a similar kind of frequency, and so we have found each other. So for anyone that's watching this, it's like find your people there. Because then you can all lift each other up. And as you said, we're coming into a really interesting, exciting time right there. So that's my 2 cents worth, but not planning on jumping in.
Thank you for saving me.
Turning up when I was about to do something else. As you can tell, right? Lots of preparation with this. So thank you, Mel, for being here. If anyone's got any questions about anything that the girls have talked about, anything we've talked about previously, by all means, put them in the comments. We do go and read them afterwards, so we appreciate that. We appreciate your shares. We appreciate the energy by coming and sitting and spending time with us here for these lives. We do them every Thursday. The whole purpose of them is to be able to share knowledge, to talk about our journeys, because our journeys are not special. They're just the same as yours. We're just a little bit further down the path sometimes. That's it. So it's about sharing what we have maneuvered through, because that might help you. and sharing any kind of, like, we've had some education in this live. I watched it. It was great. Little tidbits there. So sharing knowledge also is part of these lives. So remember, at 5 o'clock on Thursdays, if you've got nothing else to do, or if you have, prioritize this, jokes, not, and come here and hang out and learn something and connect. There. So on that, thanks, Mel. I will end this. Everyone can go and do whatever they're going to do. And whoever is, it's not me, who is hanging out next Thursday? Do we know?
Ella and myself.
Oh, awesome. All right.
I'm back.
Fabulous. So if you want to be part of the conversation with Ella and Melissa next week, the same time, same space, and I'm going to show up at some point as well, maybe with a little bit more organization than today. All right, guys, have an awesome evening, whatever you're doing. Bye.
Bye.